Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Dcentos. I'm back in the building with my co-host, of course. Please introduce yourself.
Yo, 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 it's your boy, StrawhatYomo.
Uh
I don't really have an introduction, ain't really playing it, but actually
mm.
no, I'm post DreamCon StrawhatYomo. Let me just say that.
Oh, post
Post
DreamCon.
post DreamCon StrawhatYomo. So yeah.
The DreamCon arc was crazy. It was absolutely
Mm-hmm.
wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask about the last time we recorded because I really don't know when.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It really could have been 5 months ago. Might have been last year. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Mm. But what I do know is what we got on the screen right here. We got um Demon Slayer, Kimetsu, no Yaiba, um Swordsmith Village Arc.
Yep.
Um and sometimes I feel like, the way we do reviews, we just be talking about shows and stuff like that, giving you a synopsis, like what's the show about. But let's be honest, you already know what this is about, right? You know what Demon Slayer is about. If you clicked on this video, you know what's about. So you want to hear our
Mm-hmm.
opinions, right? And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The season was lame. It was lame.
Yeah.
This joint was lame. I can end the video right here. You click off the video. This season, like what was even good about this season?
Yeah, this season wasn't all that, but it's kind of hard to top off the last season that it had before that with the whole I don't know what the last season was with the sound guy.
Oh yeah,
It's just going from that to this and your expectations are like still up here and it's like I don't know, it felt very rushed to me. That's me.
I don't. I would even say it felt rushed. I felt bored. I feel like with the entertainment district art, I think we got like the first two episodes of like where they're just training, like they just got into it, and they was on the mission throughout the entire arc, and like they was all going through their own little pieces of it. With this, it was like, Tandros, he was in a Swordsmith village for like a minute, and they were just talking. And I feel like they were just talking and talking and doing some more talking, and then when they finally got into it, like the action, I'm not gonna say that the animation was bad because I don't believe that's the case. I think I I think I need to see how the actual anime panels are written or how they look in the illustrations. But I think um the choreography just was not as good. Like there just wasn't any like good choreography or anything to really build up or hype up the moment. It was just it just felt uninspired. That's what I would say. It felt very uninspired.
Um, I think the main thing what I noticed about the season is just that with the I feel like the Hashiras weren't that hyped up, except for the Mist guy. I would say he was kind of like introduced in the beginning, got
Yeah.
a little bit of background with him. Then you got the love girl. She wasn't really that like we didn't get too much about her at first. And then I don't know, I just didn't feel like they were much likable compared to the sound guy. Like the sound guy was just really likable.
Mm,
Dudes just real cool, got three wives and everything. I'm just like, okay,
mm,
cool. I think another thing is that the demons for this season, they just weren't that they didn't do, they didn't do them just I won't say they didn't do them justice, but I feel like they weren't fleshed out. Like compared to the entertainment district,
yeah.
who learned about that girl and like how apparently how strong she was, and like they're hyping her up. But with these demons, you got the one that's scared all the time, and you got the one that's in the vase.
Yeah.
And I just felt like really with one of them, the one with the vase, he didn't get no backstory
Yeah.
or anything.
Exactly. He
They
was lame,
just
to be honest.
yeah, like it the stakes didn't feel as high as they were on the last one. I think that's another reason as well too why I didn't I wouldn't say I didn't like the season,
Mhm.
but it just wasn't my favorite.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I do think the demon that The other one, the one that split up, that demon, I thought the power was cool,
Yo,
but
yeah.
I just didn't think it was utilized in the best fashion. And I really think what this season kind of showed is that although I think all the characters in this show aren't good, I think it shows that you kind of need Zenitsu and Inosuke in there to really like to really sell the season because I've always said that in my opinion Tanjiro is just not a great character by himself. He has such a high moral compass that he's not interesting to watch on his own. And I think this season showed that. Um Let me see. All right. So like I like to do a little bit of groundwork before we do these videos, a little bit of preparation. So I have like a list. It's called the good, the bad, and my favorite scene. Right. So
Hmm.
I was struggling. The good, I only have one bullet point. It's a decent animation. Shoot, I don't even think the intro was fire. That was forgettable.
Nah, yeah, yeah, it was forgettable.
Absolutely forgettable. Now, let me go into my bad. Let me go into my points. Okay, so first point, the season just wasn't as good as season 2. We already said that. I think the last final fight, by the way, spoilers, the last fight was unimpactful. It was anticlimactic to be honest. It didn't I didn't feel the stakes as any of the other Hashiras. Like with the other ones, I felt like they was really in danger and like things was really about to pop off. But I felt like, you know what, like they got it. Like at no point that I ever think Tanjiro was any in real danger. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's see. My next point. Oh, okay. We didn't see enough of the Hashiras, Mitsuri and Muichiro. I agree with that. I think I don't know, maybe because we had two Hashiras and two demons that it just we kind of just try to divide everything by four and we just didn't get anything good. The next point I wrote, same old Demon Slayer, average story. Like I said, the writing in Demon Slayer has never been great, and when you have a season that's lacking, I guess on like the choreographical animation side, it's gonna show, which is what we saw. Uh, Interesting dot demons power underutilized. We said that, and then really my last point on the bad is just Rengoku didn't deserve that. Not now that I'm seeing all these other fights and how all these how it's going with all these other upper rank demons. Rengoku didn't deserve what they gave him. He didn't deserve that at all. Not at all. Um and my final point. Favorite scene. I typed in low key forgettable. That's my favorite scene.
I I'm gonna go back to that Rengoku point. I
Okay.
feel like he didn't deserve it, but you also got to realize he was going against the was it number 2
I
or
guess
number
he's like
3?
I think Akaza's like 3.
Okay, I think he's 3. While the other ones went on the lower level ones.
Mhm.
So I was like, dang, if Rengoku really went against the lower, I'm pretty sure he would have like be able to handle that.
Mhm.
Um, but just like how you're saying, like I agree with everything. It was pretty lackluster.
Mhm.
I feel like this was a kind of forgettable season, honestly. I
Yeah.
think the only time where I felt like the stakes were kind of high, excuse me, was when the sun was up and Nezuko was getting burnt up. Cause like, oh
Yeah.
snap, like what's gonna happen to her, you know? Um, but other than that, I still kind of felt like okay in the back of my head, and this is coming from someone who read it as well too.
Mhm.
But even when I was reading it, I was like, okay, I I know they're gonna get through this. You know, they're gonna get through this. Like I didn't think that, and you never know,
Yeah.
but I didn't think that anyone's gonna die or anything like that.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, you know, like just
Mhm.
another demon of the week, basically, is what it felt like.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I think the only cool thing I liked, um, that Mist guy, they showed his like full. I like how they do the animation with with each Hashira has their own certain kind of thing. So the Mist guy was of course Mist. And when he came up to like slice up the guy after he got out the water jail, I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But other than that, you know,
Yeah.
it was okay. You know, like I said, you can't beat that other season
Mhm.
because at one point we thought they all lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That was another thing as well too. We all thought they lost and like it was over for them. So this we didn't get that, and yeah, it was just kind of hard to compete against that.
Yeah, and I think okay, the one thing I did like about the season, I actually did like the ending of the season. What I think when I think about it, because I was like, okay, like with Nezuko, and now she can't, die by fire or by the sun. Um, to me, that finally gave me a reason to care about Muzan. Because
Hmm.
at first I was just what what is this man's purpose? Like why are you even here? Like I don't know. He just seemed like a very purposeless villain to me. But now,
Hmm.
but now it's like, okay, he was like studying the experiments. He's trying to figure out how to live in the sun. I'm like, okay, now I like how they kind of link that together, and I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen
Hmm.
in the next season. Other than that, man, I may be missing some points, but who cares? Like who cares? Like the show was a 7 out of 10 to me. At, maybe not even a 7 to be honest. It might have been a 6 if I'm keeping it a buck with you.
I think I gave it a 7 for me. Like I said, Demon Slayer story is very mediocre. What carries is the studio.
Okay. Mhm.
Um, and that studio has a lot of money they can throw. They make Fate, and Fate generates a lot of money for them. And
Mhm.
now Demon Slayer generates a lot of money for them too. So it's like I'm gonna look forward to the other season. I think they're actually saying that. Don't quote me now.
Mm.
Something about the next one's gonna be a movie. Like these next upcoming ones are gonna be movies. I think I could be wrong, but that's what I'm. That's what I heard they said. Like they're gonna do a little mini episode, and after that, they're gonna make movies of the next upcoming arc, which I think is gonna be the last final arc. So
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, man. Anything else you want to say, man?
Nah, that's really all I had to say about this season. It was all right, I guess.
Mhm.
I guess.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out RDC, man. Shout out DreamCon. DreamCon's a fun time.
Yep, yeah, DreamCon was dope. DreamCon was dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you ain't go this year, you mess up. But please go next year. That was my closing statements. Go to DreamCon. Do that.
Go go with a group of people, not by yourself. Don't go by yourself.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
you could, if you like that, but
Mhm.
go with a group of people.
For sure. All
So yeah.
right. With that, I mean, socials is in the link. The socials is somewhere. It's probably a link in the description. But it's your boy Dcentos.
Straw
Um,
Hat Yomo.
all right, we out.
Peace.